You know, it would have helped if I had my mic on. So it's fantastic that my mic is now on. So, for you guys who don't know of me, my name is Emmanuel Velasco. I am a guy who's random from the internet. So make sure that whatever comes out of my mouth, maybe you listen to it, maybe you don't. But this is not business advice or whatever. This is just a random black man talking. And so today we're going through this video is called the skills that separate the 1% from the rest. Okay? So this is still a continuation of the 5 life plans of what we talked about previously. So if we go through a little bit of that, but before we go through that, remember I said that we're going to start every day with this book that is still not open, right? The Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And so the saying goes, if someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistakes in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. The harm is to persist in one's own self deception and ignorance. Meditations 621. Love that quote. So powerful. So I already know once I actually start digging into that book, it's probably going to be crazy. So, for those of you that are catching up basically today, that's crazy. What happened here? Wow. Woo! We saved that because what you guys can't see on my screen is that a lot of stuff got deleted from the map that we're going through. And so, thank goodness that we were able to get it back by going back on Google because that would have been devastating. And so, with all that being said, let's catch you up to speed. So, right here, we have we went through the lifestyle plan. Number one was the lifestyle plan, right? So that's where we have the house, car, jet, and you could see it's like a little faded because we were using it, putting it around and stuff. But we have house, car, jet, CO, EA, sales manager, and a SOC analyst. And so this was the lifestyle plan, right? It wasn't too detailed as I'm sure you guys would go through, but it was a bit detailed, so that gives you the basic understanding of it. Then we start putting dollars amount with the money plan, which gave us this number, 4,427,000. And so I was saying 4.5 for the longest because that's way easier than saying 4,427,000. So that was the money plan, right? And then that led us to talk about the vehicle. And so the vehicle plan was us deciding which road are we on, the crossroads, right? So that was either these 3 questions, right? Are you a visionary or an integrator? Are you a W-2 or a business owner? Are you do you change, quit, or stay the same? CEO, W-2, open for business, and you're at this crossroads right now. So based off of this number, right, we found out 4,427,000. Okay, for us, it's we're a visionary. Business owner is the way to get there, and we have to change in order to get to there, right? And so we that led us to the sales plan, which is here. And so we have the 2 formulas, right? We have Formula One, which is the money plan total, right? So 4,427,000 a year, and then divided by one sale. So the example that I gave was 300. That was we have a affiliate structure in our community that allows people to make $300 off of one sale, basically. And then from there, we found out it's 14,757 people that we need to get a year to reach that number. And so, yes, it's actually high technical. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. It is $25 and some change that you get off of each person. But then when you do that over 12-month period annually, it's $300. Just to clarify that. Now, going back to it. So then we go into formula number two, which we know how many sales we need. Now we got to figure out how many sales we need a day in order to reach this number. So for the example, we need 41 sales a day to reach there's 14,000 people. and 365 days. So then the other metric becomes how many leads equals one sale. And then you could back that into, okay, if it's 100, then I need 100 people to get one sale. So then that means I need 4,100 people or leads in order to make the 41 sales a day. So that was what we talked about. Caught us up to speed in another One Piece recap. So that's great. Also, let me just go back a little bit. Let's go back. So again, let me congratulate you. You're committed. You're willing to be a student, and you know that there's something wrong. And through gaining knowledge, you can figure that out. And then who am I? Like I said, my name is Emmanuel Velasco. I'm a mindset business coach and more. And my goal is to help people who are just like me, seekers, save the growing pains of circulating 200 plus thousand, which I'm looking to get that to a million. That's the next milestone. Um, and 10 years to fill in the blanks that the school system left me with. And so my mission is to help 7,200 people learn everything I know so that they each have the ability to help another 7,200 people. And I want these 7,200 people to be leaders who create other leaders, right? And the ripple effect of that is 51 million lives impacted just by this mission. Now that we officially caught you up to speed with everything, now we can go ahead and move on to the skills plan. So whatever the number is, again, going off this 4 million for the example, 4,427,000. So going off this number, there is headphone users beware because I'm sure that was loud. There's some gap that is missing between this 4 million and the current self, right? So that's the skills. The skills plan is what bridges that gap to really fully encompass everything of what you need to achieve this metric. So I kind of hinted to it earlier, right? Is that you need a bunch of leads in order to get to this number, right? In order to get to the 41, for the example, it's 100 leads make one sale. So then you need 4,100 leads, right? And so because that's the example, um, figuring out the skills that you need to put those 4,100 people, if that's what it takes, then the key is, well, how do I do that? What am I missing to actually accomplish that? And what I also forgot is I need to be live in my community as well. And so we'll just pop that on real quick. Boom. And it's official. We are live now on both the community side and this side. So, anyways, going back to it. This is where you find out what is truly missing. What skills are you lacking in order to achieve the sales that you need for your money plan? There's literally only two main skills. Only two. That's it. Like you're two skills away from accomplishing everything. Two skills. Yeah, the third one, there's a third one. But this third one is like because without the other two, you can't accomplish the third one. The third one just is obsolete, right? Okay, so what am I talking about? One is a product. If you don't have something to sell, like if this is what you're being sold right here and you can't sell it, or sorry, if you don't have a book and then you don't have anything to sell, you can't make money. If you don't have a product, right? That's the most basic of the basic. And so some people might think like, oh, I gotta invent something crazy. I gotta invent the next iPhone. And it's like, no, you don't have to invent nothing. There's so many different ways. Like for example, we talked about the affiliate marketing was the example for this. You could write a book, right? You could create a course. You could create a community on school if you want to. Link in the description below. Not really, but um, join my community, I guess. But there's so many different people who already have a business that allow you to integrate to them. So I'm showing this book a lot, the 100 Million Money Models. It's because I'm a big fan of Alex Ramosi and all his books. Again, I showed this before, but we have all his books, and even the book that is not a part of the trilogy. which is the first book of Alex Ramosi called Gym Launch Secrets. That's the first book that put me on to Alex Ramosi. And so, anywho, going back to it, it's like without a product, you have nothing. It doesn't matter if the marketing is good. It doesn't matter if the sales part is good. If you don't have a product to fulfill whatever your offer is, you have nothing. So in order to literally move forward in this plan that you have for this 4,427,000 for this example, it's like a product is necessary. Number one, basic, basic, basic. So what's amazing about today's day and age is we have the internet, so we could just Google pretty much anything. So Amazon, I need an affiliate link. I should put that together ASAP because I'm always pulling this out. But you could get an Amazon link for this microphone that I'm using. You could get an Amazon link for that as well. And so, like, I'm using this camera. Obviously, the stuff that you use it should be the stuff that you recommend, right? Because if you're like, oh, this camera costs like so much money, but it doesn't matter if it costs so much money because it's like it's I don't use it. I'm not a camera guy. I'm not the person who takes pictures. So it's like if I'm using camera or if I'm pushing a camera and it's like, well, but you don't let me see your camera roll and there's like one picture. That's it. One picture. You're gonna be like, yo, why is this guy trying to offer me a camera? He's not serious about that. So the product matters, of course. But I'm sure if you look around your whole house, like plenty of things just all around you that you probably use and are very helpful in your day-to-day life that could be your product through Amazon, right? Another affiliate type of thing. The thing is, regardless of whatever it is, our product is necessary. That's the most basic. That's number one. Now, number two is marketing. So it doesn't matter if you no sales without marketing, without people being like, hey, by the way, I'm selling this oh, whoops. What happened here? Let me undo. What happened here? Okay. That was weird. And this is why we're live, this is live because we're making some random stuff happen accidentally. All right, so the the marketing, right? If you don't know I have this marker to offer you, you're not gonna buy it from me straight up. It's just you go be like, I'm gonna look at my bank account and be like, I'm making no sales. What is happening? I have the market though. I have this product. I have like 20,000 of these, but nobody's buying anything. And that's because there's no marketing. Some people maybe their marketing efforts are, let me go to church and tell the people about church about what I'm doing. That's great, but that's a small segment of people, right? Market to the everybody you can reach. The internet's here. You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got all these different platforms. So you can market pretty much anywhere. Back in the day, you had to spend 250,000 plus dollars just to be on TV. All those infomercials that you saw back in the day, maybe if you're that old, all those infomercials you saw back in the day, they had to pay six figures basically to have that spot create whatever, the framework behind it and all that stuff. That's how much it costs just to be seen. Nowadays, $5 on Facebook, you can run an ad, be seen more. That's crazy. From six figures down to five, bare minimum, right? And so the best part about today is that marketing is not that hard. Like right here, this is marketing. I'm making a YouTube video. This is a form of marketing because I'm creating content. So this is content marketing. And so letting you know about, hey, I got the school community if you want to join it, right? If I was a bit more, I wouldn't say savvy because I am savvy. I have like everything set up to just like go find the link and give you the link for this as well. Again, this is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing fits in every business, but so this form of marketing is universal. You just have to tell people that you're selling something. So tell somebody about your shit. That's it. That's what marketing is. So if you tell somebody about your shit, you tell 100 people, then guess what? Maybe one of those might fall in and buy something, right? It'd be horrible if you don't at least have a 100 to 1 ratio. But next up, this is the third skill, right? So the product is not necessarily a skill, it's something you need to have. Marketing and sales, those are the true skills. So you could have such good marketing that you don't need sales though. So if if per se, let's say, I don't know if you know Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast doesn't necessarily have to have salesmen to be like, "Hey, buy my chocolate." No, like he does his YouTube video, content marketing. And then from that YouTube video, he lets people know about his shit, the feastables, right? And so that's where people are like, "Oh, yeah, he has that. Okay, cool. Let me go to the store and go get some chocolates." That's the only way people know because he's telling them. If Mr. Beast just, it doesn't matter if he has, 100 millions of or billions of views, right? If he didn't open his mouth and say, "Hey, by the way, I have this for you guys," and tell them about what he has, nobody would buy it because he didn't tell anybody about it. So that's why marketing is literally the engine, if you will, or I don't want to say the engine, but it's very important. It's vital. These two skills are like the main skills that open up every door. Because every day, believe it or not, you are selling somebody. Whether that's you're selling yourself to get up in the morning, go to work, or you're selling your partner, husband, wife, to be like, hey, be my husband or wife. You know, again today, again this year, again next year. You're always selling regardless. Hey, kids, please don't do bad stuff. Do this stuff instead. Isn't that selling too? You're saying, hey, this is a problem, and you're giving them the solution. You're doing this every day, whether you realize it or not. Sales is like vital. And what you don't realize is the interview that you had to have the job you have. That was a form of sales, right? You had to convince this person that, yeah, I am actually good enough to be in your company, provide you value. And if you hire me, you're going to make more money than what you pay me. That's the natural flow of things. You have to be like, the business won't exist if it's breaking even or if it's losing money. So you have to come with some type of skills that make the company more money, right? And so this is the most important part. It's literally sales. So without marketing, you can't have sales. Without a product to market, you can't sell anything. So true. So true. And that actually is officially the end of this right here. The 5 lifelines. So that moves on to the bonuses. So what to do, right? Find your whys. So I'll go through this only because I do kind of mess with you guys. But to access all the docs that I have, like this slide thing is already something that's in the community. The whys is already a doc in the community. So if you want to access most of everything that I put out, it's already in the community. So click the link. Um, so I would say go through the Making Bank with Affiliate Marketing course. That's in the community as well. So you know if you want to do step one, or wait maybe a century for that to be done, because I don't know when I'm putting that out. But become an affiliate. The only way to become an affiliate, the fastest way, honestly, to become an affiliate is to join the community down in the description box below. Because automatically, as soon as you join, you're an affiliate. We are finagling some stuff. I'll give you a sneak peek of what we're doing. We're unleashing what's called tiers is finally available for us in the school community. And so, because that got unlocked, now we have levels. So you could start at level 5. That gives you unlimited access. You have the access to the community and the people, right? But it's limited. And now all these are not necessarily hashed out fully, right? So I'm telling you the levels, the monies to the levels, and there's a lot of value behind the levels. Okay, tier number 2. I really need to come up with some names. The tier number 2 is $55, which is what we talked about, right? And so that is Basically, you have the affiliate marketing course. You have the five life plans as one singular course, right? And it's very direct. It's like I went through this. It took me what about 5 days, at least 20 minutes. I know it's over. 5 days, 20 minutes a day. That's a whole like almost 2 hours. It would have been 30 minutes if you were in the community. So speed is fast. Same thing with the Make and Bank with affiliate. It's around the same 30 minutes. And so it's broken down to smaller courses as well, and it's very quick. So you'll be able to get through it fast. So in the amount of time that I spent just telling you guys about the five life plans, that's 10. About the five life plans, you could already went through the Make and Bank with affiliate, the five life plans probably twice. So that's just to tell you the speed factor in there. Okay. Anyways, number three, book a one-on-one call. So there's no option for this. So this one-on-one call is called a double extraction. What double extraction is about the five realms of life, really mastering life. But it's because I have a bunch of knowledge in the five realms, which is relationships, wealth. We got mind, health, and spirit. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So those are the five: relationships, wealth, mind, spirit, body, or health. Right. So I take all my experiences in that. I help you craft an offer like pretty much on the spot and give that to you. Run, go ahead and make money. It does cost though, but if you're in the community, there's levels to it where you're able to. It's a little cheaper. For example, if you take the highest tier, right, which is I didn't talk about this. The highest tier is 550 a month. And what you get there is this call for free. So this call is usually the double extraction is 500 bucks. So I give you that. And that's yours. And so from there, you also get a coaching call once a month. That's the basic of all the tiers, basically. And so there's a lot more, but I'm sure if you click the link below, by the time you watch all this, in about 24 hours from this video, that's already going to be solidified. Probably less than that. So that's it. All you gotta do is go through all this. But now let's give you the 14 whys. Okay. So we're gonna give you that. We're going to give you number one, and then you're gonna have to do two, three, four. Or should I? Should I make you wait for tomorrow? Maybe I should make you wait for tomorrow. Hmm. Let me see. Let me see. And the one person in the chat, should I wait for tomorrow or should I do it today? Let's see. And if there's no answer, I will just call it a day. Today? Oh, wait. Yes, wait. Okay. So, unfortunately for you guys, really unfortunate. If you really do want to get the 14 whys today, go ahead and click the link in the description, join the community, be a part of it, and the 14 whys is already there for you to like enjoy and unlock. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you gained value of us going through the five life plans. This was something that I actually found um, through this person. I don't know if you guys heard of him. I was on this maybe a 5 day challenge or something like that, um, where Grant Cardone was talking, and there's a bunch of other people. But Grant was saying about these five life plans, and so that was something that I was like, wow, this is really powerful. And so he probably skimmed through it, and it was something that it was real quick in passing. But it's like the value in understanding these metrics, like having this in front of you now, it's like okay, now you have so much clarity that you could go ahead and move with speed now. Because now it's like okay, let's say for example, all right, I know that this is my house, $2 million. I know this is my car, 250K. The jet, right? Okay, those are material things out of the way. Boom. Um, Now I gotta focus on my people, right? So I want to hire the CEO. I want to hire the chief operating officer. If you guys didn't know what COO was, the EA, executive assistant, the sales manager, and the SOC analyst. And that's just a tech person. And so now I know those are my focuses. I need to focus on getting these people. Then I know, because that's what I want. And then I know right here that, all right, I need 14,000, let's call it 15 for easy sake, 15,000 people in order to get to this number where I want to go. Right. So there's so much clarity. Now every day I know, okay, I made zero sales today. I'm off by 41. Oh my God, I made my first sale today. Let's go. Now I need 40 more. I just need to keep making a sale a day and add in one more. And so like now you have the ability to really see and be like, oh, like this is awesome. Like I know that I'm making progress or I'm not making progress, right? So and then over time you go back and you'll be like, okay, let me reassess. Like it's been 6 months. Let me reassess. Let me see if everything with my five life plans are correct still, because life changes. Maybe you don't have a kid and then you have a kid. So then that changes things, right? It's like one thing would be, maybe a nanny. Maybe it would be, a private school or something like that. So it changes however your life changes, because life is not going to stay the same at this moment. 5 years from now, I'm gonna be 5 years older. Can I do what I was doing when I was like 5 years old? Can I like, do I have rubber knees where I could jump off of 10 feet and just like straight up, just like whoop, jump off of that thing, land on my feet, and just keep on moving? I don't know. Probably not. My knees will probably eject themselves, and then I would just knee myself in the face. So it's important to make sure the lists that we create, the very valuable lists, we always go ahead and look at them and we reassess. When we go through the 14 whys, you're going to see that I'll explain one why that was maybe like 5, 6 years old, and that why is completely different. Matter of fact, that was one why, and there's more whys in this document that I'm gonna go through tomorrow than that one why. There's like more than 10 times it. So because of that, it's completely different. And even this is a technique that I do give my clients and stuff. They The clarity that they have after their whys is so amazing, because after it's like, oh shoot, I didn't know my mission was like that. Like I was thinking of building this type of business, and then after my 14 whys I realized, yo, this is not the business that would actually work for what I'm looking to do. You won't have that clarity if you don't understand that, right? And so with that being said, I guess to my two people, I appreciate you. I don't know who you are. Well, I know who one is, but I don't know who the other one is, but I appreciate you. So if you want to go ahead and type in the chat and be like, hello, hello, we are at the end, but I will extend it if you have any questions. I'll give you a few seconds. Any questions before we completely end day 5? Yeah, I know that's the one for sure. Hey, hey, hey. All right, cool. I don't know, should I'll just leave the song for another day. I really could like hit you guys with a song mostly every day for a little bit. But for this video, well, we won't leave you with a song. We'll just leave you with some wisdom. Life is hard, but that's only if you see it that way. Because when it comes down to it, life is not complicated. It's only complicated when you see it that way. The mind makes it complicated because the mind wants to keep you safe. So when the mind keeps you safe, it's like there's opportunities out there that feel really uncomfortable. For example, I had to do a speaking event. Uh, I didn't know I was a speaker. Apparently, my wife thinks I'm a speaker, but I'm not a speaker per se. And so I did the speaking event, because then I went from not being a speaker to versing 3,000 plus people to getting into the top 100. So I guess I'm some type of speaker if I could accomplish that. And so life is hard only if we see it. Based on how you see things is how you get them. Remember, perspective is an opportunity wrapped in a point of view. And if you really hold down to that, you'll be able to see opportunity in the toughest of times. And right now, if you're in a tough time, it's probably the perfect opportunity for you to grow immensely and just max out like the amount of speed that you go out of the hole. Because going from, imagine you drop down, you're at zero. I know these days you could be negative zero or negative 50,000 or negative millions, right? Well, when you're that down, the only place is up. Only place. And that's an opportunity because being at the bottom, I mean, like, who's gonna hurt you now? Right? I've been homeless 3 times. So when it comes to things, it's like, okay, well, is this as bad as being homeless? Let me think about it. Yeah, I got a roof over my head. Yeah, we got some drink to drink. I mean, it's pretty good. I have people that love me. I mean, I would say I have nothing to complain about, honestly. So remember, perspective is an opportunity wrapped in a point of view. And if you hold that and really look at life and all the opportunities that you probably miss just because of maybe you spoke the wrong way, maybe you said it the wrong way, maybe you spoke life, death instead of speaking life. I could go more into depth about that. But remember this, make sure whatever good is coming to you, you accept it. Don't don't be so bad at receiving and be great at giving. Don't be great at giving and be bad at receiving. They're both bad. You need to be great at both, not just one. And again, I could keep rambling. But on that note, see you tomorrow. We'll talk about the 14 whys tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and join the I Learned It From the Internet community. We are actually live right now because we do a live with coinciding with this. And so if and only if you want to, make sure that you click the link in the description box below. You join the I Learned It From the Internet community because if you join the community, you'll be able to access people like me. And there, I'm one breed. There's many breeds in there, like many high level people who have amazing advice. So if you want to be in basically an incubator of people with immense amount of collaboration because we love to help each other grow. Every time, somebody's facing a problem, hey, you say your problem. Remember, you state your problem, you don't complain about it. You state your problem and it could be solved. You don't complain about it. But through there, we help each other. So it's a community where we go back and forth. I help you, you help me, we help each other. And so naturally, that's what community is. And so, for example, we have just a few items for you to see. I was talking about the Making Bank with Affiliate course. That's here, right? 5 lifelines make bank as affiliate. We have the I Lift Die live sessions, 30 days of I Lift Die. That is currently a I Lift I live session that we're going to lock in the I Lift I live sessions. We always tend to give people a few moments to be able to digest something, and then we just lock it away because we want you to have access to the information and not gatekeep the information. Right? I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm a giver. Right? And by being a giver, I'm also a receiver. Yin and the yang of it. It has to be a balance. Again, click the link below. Everything right here is here. You can watch all these videos and go through them. And if you enjoyed it, just click the link, wait for tomorrow, subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.